I know this is all boring, but I just summarized these pages of notes that I'm going to throw away. Basically, it was discovering the different Germanic tribes. Then it has a little history of the early Christian church, and then it has the last part was Islam. So it talked about the Goths, the end of the Roman Empire, Emperor Constantine, Diocletian, and then after Constantine, we talked about the Ostrogoths, the Franks, the Huns, the Eastern Empire under Justinian, and then we talked about, and I think that's where I stopped on that first video. That was 20 minutes, which is no, I might think I went a little further. Yeah, I might have went further. All right, anyway, yeah, maybe not. Okay, and then the second video is on the foundation of Christianity, the development. They have Philo the Jew that they also talk about. They also talked about the 4 steps of the Hebrew religion, which is a very secular thing, and the animism, Yahweh, prophets, and the Persian influence. And then we talked about the Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. That was also kind of secular. I feel like that was from the Q source, but anyway. And they had the first generation of the church fathers, the Didache, Shepherd of Hermes, Ignatius of Antioch. Then they had the great synods of the Nicaea, Ephesus, and Chalcedon. Then they talk about the church fathers, Justin the Martyr, Irenaeus of Lyons. Then they talk about the Cyprian and Tertullian that were controversial. And then we have Clement of Alexandria and Origen. And then we have the church historian of S.J. Africanus and Eusebius. And then we talked about Arius, who was the one of the major players at Nicaea that was condemned because of heterousios, which I have homoousios or homoousios. Then we have the Greek church fathers, Athanasius, Basil, Gregory of Nicaea, and John Chrysostom. And then we have the Latin church fathers, Ambrose, Jerome, Augustine, and we talked about the city of God in a little more detail. And then we have Gregory the Great. And then we talked about the monks, how they developed. And we actually talked about education, which I was very actually interested in. I actually wanted to look these people up. Cassadubus, Cassadobus, and Capella is the first textbook, and Cassadubus divides discipline in humanities and science. So anyway, they have Boethius, and I didn't really know that Boethius was into education. So, all right, and then he also, anyway, that's in that. And then we talk about Islam, Muhammad, the Sunnis and the Shias, and then the Abbasid family, and then different things that they discover, the zero, all that stuff. So anyway, those are my notes. I'm gonna throw that away.